Some truths will offend people, but sometimes what is offended is not the soul. It is the pattern, the ego, the mask, the excuse, the false innocence, the part of someone that benefits from nobody saying the truth out loud. Truth is not cruelty when the pattern has been destroying people quietly. And this is where the Stoic Quotient separates itself from generic Stoic quote culture. We are not here to offend. We are here to clarify. Because most people see the dysfunction. They see the avoidance. They see the lack of closure. They see the emotional manipulation. They see people using sex without responsibility. They see people weaponizing silence. They see people calling avoidance peace. They see people dragging up dirty laundry about their exes, not to heal, but to control the story. They see people hiding behind trauma. They see people wanting love's benefits without love's duties. But many stay quiet. They do not want to sound bitter. They do not want to be judged. They do not want to be called controlling. They do not want to offend. They do not want to ruffle feathers. So they stay silent. But silence does not heal the pattern. Silence gives the pattern room to keep operating. The pattern does not want language. The pattern wants fog. The pattern wants ambiguity. The pattern wants everyone confused. The pattern wants people to keep saying, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe I am asking for too much. Maybe their silence is peace. Maybe their avoidance is healing. Maybe their lack of accountability is just trauma. But once the pattern is named, it loses some of its power. When you name avoidance, silence stops looking peaceful. When you name emotional extraction, access stops looking like love. When you name ambiguity, confusion stops looking accidental. When you name image management, dirty laundry stops looking like honesty. When you name the mask, performance stops looking innocent. And when you name the leak, the person finally sees what has been draining their life. This does not mean we condemn wounded people. We do not condemn the wound. We condemn the use of the wound as a weapon. A wound may explain why someone became guarded. A wound may explain why someone fears closeness. A wound may explain why someone learned to protect themselves. But a wound does not give someone permission to deceive, discard, exploit, manipulate, or avoid repair forever. Your past may explain your pain, but your present conduct reveals your character. That is the Stoic line. And this is where Stoicism 2.0 begins. The ancient Stoics taught command. Modern neuroscience helps explain why command is difficult. Your subconscious mind stores the old prediction. Your nervous system performs the old protection. Then your conscious mind creates the explanation. That is why some people say they want peace, but perform avoidance. They say they want love, but flee repair. They say they want truth, but attack the mirror. They say they want change, but defend the same pattern. The subconscious writes the prediction. The nervous system performs the protection. The conscious mind creates the excuse. That is why information is not installation. A person can know better and still repeat the pattern if the body keeps treating truth like danger. So generic Stoicism says, control your emotions. The Stoic Quotient, Stoicism 2.0 asks, what subconscious pattern is creating the emotion? What nervous system response is performing the reaction? What old survival program is still being obeyed? And what Stoic command must interrupt it? Because compassion without truth becomes enabling, and truth without compassion becomes cruelty. The Stoic Quotient, Stoicism 2.0, stands in the middle. It says, I can understand your wound, but I will not become a prisoner of it. I can have compassion for your fear, but I will not excuse your refusal to repair. I can see your pain, but I will not let your pain become permission to harm. Moral clarity is not hate. It is the refusal to let confusion keep governing people. The Stoic does not speak truth to humiliate. He speaks truth to clarify. He does not expose people to destroy them. He names the pattern so the future can be repaired. He does not become bitter. He becomes precise. He does not become cruel. He becomes clean. He does not attack the person. He identifies the leak. That is why the Stoic Quotient exists. Not to protect the pattern, but to protect the person from being governed by it. We do not just quote the Stoics. We diagnose the pattern underneath the reaction. That is Stoicism 2.0. Ancient wisdom. Subconscious pattern diagnosis. Nervous system command. Simple neuroscience. Moral clarity. Real repair. So yes, some people will be offended. But truth is not the enemy. The pattern is. Silence protects the pattern. Clarity protects the future. Do not use compassion to excuse harm. Do not use truth as a weapon. Use truth as a mirror. Use clarity as command. Use Stoicism not as a quote, but as a way to govern the body when the old pattern wants control. That is the leak. Not just the behavior, the subconscious pattern underneath the behavior. A leak is any repeated pattern that drains your energy, weakens your judgment, and makes you easier to govern by fear, approval, ambiguity, or stimulation. Take the free nervous system audit. Stop guessing. Name the subconscious pattern before your nervous system keeps obeying it.